Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dr. Music Podcast. To my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. If you are not a subscriber, please consider hitting that button. It gives me opportunities to bring great guests to the show, like this beautiful lady I have today, Seraina Telli. Seraina was the original vocalist of Burning Witches, as well as the vocalist for Dead Venus, which we will talk about a little bit. But in recent years, Seraina has given everything to a very successful solo career with her last album, Addicted to Color, going to #1 on the Swiss charts. October 24th, she will release her latest solo album. It's called Green on Metalville Records, hoping to claim that #1 spot again, maybe. It's great to have you, Seraina. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Just your addiction to color is just fascinating to me. I love it. It's just, I mean, look at you today. It's just, you're so artistic in every way, and I love that color that I see in your voice, in the music, and actually physically color. Here's a quote from the press release: "Music appears in colors to me, and green is the first color in a larger project." Yeah, if you could expand on that, the green, the first color in a larger project. Is this the first of something bigger?
It's fun how intense this information is to people. Apparently, also that I chose to name it Green, actually, because it just fits to me, and the color is just the album is just green. So of course we will go on, and it will for sure not be the last album I write, and I will for sure stay changing, you know what I mean, like evolving, and also like it's a process for me. Like every album is totally different for me, and you hear like the process, in the songwriting and everything. So
yeah, it is. And this album has a little more electronic, a little more pop elements in it. And I just listened, and I love all the records. Your voice is always just it's so great.
thank you.
This one just seems like it's so comfortable for you. Like you really found yourself in every one of these songs. It's very comfortable to listen to. It feels so organic and so real. Was the writing process the same for you when you write? What is the process, and did it change at all for this record?
First of all, it's nice to hear that it sounds comfortable.
It really is.
So it's great. Thank you so much. And that was actually one of my goals when I started writing this album. I wanted to, I don't know. First of all, for me as a songwriter, I wanted to put away like everything. You know what I mean? Like this. When I have an idea, I'm like, I take it and I change it and I do something with it, and it's like, should it sound like this? Should it sound like that? And for this album, I was like, okay, I don't want to do that this time. I just want to take the ideas I have and just put it down, And that is what I did with most of the songs, and it turned out to be, or actually, we have some songs on the album that are totally different than everything I did before. And it was a cool experience, and it's nice that it comes across like that.
It really, really does, and it felt like that. Like I say,
it feels free. Like when I was writing, I felt really free, and
that comes through for sure.
Great.
It really does. And like I say, more electronic, more pop elements in here, a little more melodic, that kind of. I get immediately got like a Lady Gaga feel from the record, which is a great thing. Was that intentional before you started? Did you want to go in that direction, or did it just happen that way?
It was kind of both, actually. So one thing is like I have to say this, it's sometimes there is a lot of pressure from the outside. I think this, like all the artists out there feel kind of the same, that people expect something from you and they expect that you do the same that you already did.
Right.
And so for this album, I just like got out of it. So that's also what it made so free. Um, and yeah, it's now I forgot the question.
No, was that intentional to
Ah, yeah, about the pop and
yeah,
the electronic elements. Actually, yeah, kind of. But it was more like this feeling that I really wanted to do something like that. So,
right.
and I wanted to write music like that, and it wasn't like a decision that we maybe sell more albums or something. Whatever people
Right.
maybe think, it was really like this idea. Yes, we want to do something like that, and by we, I mean me and my producer Rico,
Mhm.
and we were like, yes, yeah, we really felt it like to do this electronic stuff, and we want to do more with it in the future as well.
Good, good, yeah. And like I say, it sounds so natural for you. I'm used to how I started with your career was in Burning Witches, and which is a drastic departure from the, I mean, it's still you, and we get that soul and that grit and that tone of your voice is just beautiful. Um, but it's a different genre of music. So you pull it off. I mean, it's just, if you're a Burning Witches fan, and what you did there, or Dead Venus, you will like this as well, and that's very hard to do. I think that's very hard. Like, like you said, people expect a certain thing. We don't necessarily want to get a pop album from Metallica. But it would probably be great because they're just great at what they do.
Yes.
And you took that chance and you gave us this departure from that heavier thing, but it has those elements too. You have heavy stuff on here, not quite that heavy maybe, but it's just so, your voice pulls all of these things off. And your band is great here.
Thank you.
Your guitar work. I wanted to talk about that for sure. I never think of you as a guitar player, just because your voice is so overwhelmingly good and solid. But there are great, great guitar parts here. Do you see yourself as a guitar player that sings or a singer that plays guitar? Do you see, is the guitar just as important as your voice?
For me, actually, yes, because I mean that is like always the question. I all the people say that I'm the singer, like the singer Seraina Telli, and
Mhm.
I actually feel like a songwriter. This is what I am, and of course, my voice is very important for me, and it's very important for this music and everything I write. But also the rhythmics and like the arrangements of the song, the lyrics of the song, and especially the guitar playing, and also again I added pianos, which was actually my first instrument I've ever played. So this is for me, it's when I talk in an emotional level, it all is the same level. So I couldn't live without any of these things
Yeah.
because what I mean, if I wouldn't play guitar anymore on stage, it's just like it's so fun, and I love it, and I just feel like a songwriter who plays their song on stage and sings their song.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned the piano. Off is probably my favorite track on the record.
Oh, really?
It's just
That
a
is awesome.
masterpiece of songwriting too.
Thank you.
I just love the piano part in that. It's just uh, it, the pop element really comes out in that song too. But the structure of the song, it's not really verse chorus verse. It's got a pre-chorus and it just all over, but it works so well. It's really just beautifully put together, and your voice, your low voice in that is just mm, really, really something. What a great song. Um, the length of these songs, I notice, 3.5 minutes about average. You got a couple that are just over 4 minutes, but most of it is quick hits. And they are really direct and straight to the point. Was that something that was intentional? Did you have something that was maybe 6 minutes and you cut it down?
Not really. Actually, we even expanded some of the songs. And this is just for this kind of music, I think it's just the song goes where it wants to be. And if it wants to have like a solo, then we do a solo. Or if it wants to have like a longer ending or whatever, then I just do that. And so I actually never think about the length. And
Great.
it's a big coincidence that they are
Yeah.
all like this length.
Well, and it's just
Yeah.
works so well. It really, really works so well.
I think it's very important that you don't if you write songs that you don't put it in like a form, like just let it be what it wants to be. I mean, for example, if I write songs for Dead Venus, then it's totally different. There is like songs that they want to go there and they want to go there, and then in the end it's like 7 minutes long, and it has to be that long. So
I
for example, so yeah.
Well, it's great as a songwriter to for you to recognize that and let the song breathe. Uh, it's really, I think that's very important, because I hear a lot of things that are maybe don't don't move enough. They end too quickly, or they go on too long when they
Mm.
should have been cut down. You really are in tune with where your song is going. Is really This is a great example because it starts and ends right where it should. I never got the feeling like it. I needed more from that song, and it didn't go where it should have. Uh,
Or less.
or less. Yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah.
songs or parts are maybe too long or whatever. So, but it was also a process, I have to say. So, I in this time since I write songs, I had also this situation where there were parts I didn't know it was kind of too long or whatever, and then we had to change and shift something. So I think that's a normal process. And
Right.
in the meantime, I really feel like I really know what I want to do, and I try to work with the song. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so great. It's a gift. One of the songs that really, I think we talked about it last time we spoke. "Remember You" was a big one for me on an emotional level. And your lyrics are always strong. One that really hits home for me is "Home." "Home," and I heard the song before I saw the video. And in my head, I had all these the visions from the video, and I watched the video and it just came to life. That's exactly I saw when I heard the song. It's
Amazing.
so who do we see in the video? That's your family, your personal family, right?
That's actually my family. It's not quite all of them, but
Right, right.
you wouldn't
What
believe it. But
what a
but
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful song about always being able to come back home, and being accepted and loved by family. Being somebody who stayed home with my kids and was with them 24/7, is really spoke to me. It was really, really a beautiful thing. It's great to have that feeling. Your
Yeah.
upbringing and your family life as a young girl. Um, what inspired you to write that song at this time? Was there something that happened in the family that inspired you to write that song, or just wake up one day? What was the catalyst for writing that song?
It was actually it was the phase where I did a lot of new songs and ideas, and I just put it all in a folder and stuff. And then I was actually sitting here or like around here with my acoustic guitar, and I started like playing the first chord, and then I had like this. I don't have a son, but I know what I would tell him. I just had this in my mind, and I was like, what should I do with that? Like,
Yeah.
is that stupid? I was like, I mean, who says that? I don't have a son, but I know what I would tell him. And I was like, okay, that's actually a really cool theme, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, and I hope a lot of people can relate to that because
Oh yeah.
there was something that always made me very strong to have this kind of family. My parents who really support what I do, even if I have the craziest ideas.
Right.
And I mean, you just said you're a father, so I don't know how old your kids are, but in the teenage age, I mean, you
Yeah.
have some crazy ideas.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Luckily, I made it through that. Yeah.
Yes, and it was
25 and
always,
27. So yeah, I've
oh,
seen it all.
great,
I've
great,
seen it
great.
all.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, it was I had the craziest clothes on and stuff, and people were asking my mother why can't she go out like this, and she was like, why not? So
Good
as
for
long
her.
as she is like wearing clothes, then
Yeah. Good for
so
her.
that was like we had, of course, we had some rules like but for the creativity, I was never hold back from my parents, and I'm really thankful for that because I just could do what I like to do, and I was the only one in my family, and still it was never strange.
Yeah, and we have you doing what you do because of that. You
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's wonderful. Um, we talked. You mentioned Dead Venus. It's been 4.5 years about for since the last one.
Already,
Yeah,
wow.
it's been a little while. Is that something that you've put to rest, or will there be a Dead Venus someday?
I mean, that will never be put to rest as long as I live, so to say.
Great.
It's a part of my life work, and I started writing music as Dead Venus, and it's it's still like one of my favorite projects, and
Great.
I just love progressive music, but in the last years it was so much going on. It was just like
Yeah.
since we saw us last time, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was a lot, which is actually great, but for stuff like that, it's a little sad that I actually didn't really have time to do some Bad Venus stuff. But I was like last week or 2 weeks ago, I was playing some Dead Venus stuff, and I was really like, oh no, I can't remember how to play these songs because they are really hard to play and to sing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it will never die. So I also have some new ideas for songs. Some of the songs are already written, but it's just not the time yet.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's great news though. Yeah, because we see it go dormant. We don't know you're feeling a lot about that. So it's good to hear that for sure. It's one of those things. It's got to feel good as an artist to be able to do what you want to do, and you can expand and go to that other genre,
Mhm.
do a more progressive, heavier thing. You get to create and be free with your creativity. It's great to have that outlet to keep that open for sure.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's really great. Um, we mentioned the guitar and everything. Would you take a gig as just a guitar player? I think about that. It's like, like Anita Strauss. If Nita steps down and Alice asks you to be his guitar player, would you take that gig?
I mean, I can't play what Nita plays, first of all.
You're pretty
I mean,
darn great. I never realized just how much you play and just how good you are.
okay,
But
thank you.
would
Yeah, I mean,
you?
I would say I'm a pretty good rhythm guitar player, and this is also what I love. And
Yeah,
I worked a lot on my sound, and I'm really happy with it. And I mean, I could imagine just being a guitarist for a band. Um, for like a tour or something, I mean, that would be fun, and doing some backing vocals or whatever. But I mean, in the end, I'm still the songwriter who plays their own
Yeah.
songs. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I never had the opportunity. So if it comes, I have to see what I
Yeah.
have to do with it.
Yeah, it just came into my head when I heard, and I actually saw you play guitar, and I think it was a YouTube clip of some kind, and it just registered that because your voice is overwhelming, really is just so great. Um, but I said, wow, she's playing and singing. She actually plays well, and it's like, wow, that's
It is
amazing.
it is actually really funny because nobody talks about my guitar playing.
Yeah, seriously, and,
And
and
I
I
mean, I
felt
really I really
bad.
appreciate that people love my voice, but it's still like it's sometimes it left me like yeah, I'm not only a singer, so
Yeah, and I really,
yeah,
I
that
did.
is
I felt
fun.
bad. I watched it and I thought,
No.
wow, it's so, I don't even think about it, and it's so underrated. It's like, wow, it's just almost just as good as their voice. It's crazy. Uh,
Awesome. Thank
and
you for mentioning it.
yeah, it's really, really cool. It was great to see that. You played in the US. You hadn't done that last time we talked. Uh, tell me, I have friends that come over from England, and I said, how does it feel to be here? The cultural differences and, just the different surroundings. And they said the number one thing that they notice is everything is larger. Your
Yeah.
streets are bigger, your stores are bigger, everything is bigger. The
Parking
houses,
spaces.
everything is bigger. Yeah, that was their takeaway, most of all. For you, going to the venues, the crowds, the way business is handled, maybe. What was the biggest difference for you coming over to the States?
I mean, besides the fact that everything is bigger,
Yeah.
especially if you come from Switzerland, I have to mention that. I mean, we live in a really small country, and you can see and feel it. But what I also like, what I felt the most about the crowd was that they really get music. So music is like a big thing in America, and
Yeah.
I was so happy to just stand there. And it was even in the first show. I even before I had like a feedback from the crowd, I got on stage and I was like, here I can be how I am. You know what I mean? It was
Great.
like I stepped on stage and I haven't had like this feeling that I am too much and too loud and too colorful. It was
Right.
just,
Right.
yes, here I can do that, you know?
Totally.
And
Totally.
people really loved it. And even if you do like a small move or you play like a little melody, they really got it. They were like, it's such a musical country, and I
Yeah.
love that about it.
That's great. Any stage diving for you? No.
No.
We talked about that last time. You wanted to someday you wanted to do that. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. I am too afraid to break my guitar, actually.
Well, let's talk about next time. Is there touring for you on this record? Do you have anything planned? Anything to come over? Last time you came over with Meek and Clemmy, with
Yeah.
yeah, the Visions of Atlantis, of course. Great band, great people. They're wonderful people. Do you have anything lined up for you in Switzerland or in Europe? North America, is that something that you're working on?
Yes, we are actually working on, but it was the first time we were there, and we just look for another opportunity to
Yeah,
go with another band, and yeah, because we really want to do that, and our music was just it is just perfect for North America. People loved it there, and so this is of course something we are planning and we want to do as soon as possible, but no plans so far. So,
right, right.
and yeah, we also plan to do more shows next year in Europe, and like just this week we start German a tour in Germany with Kissing Dynamite,
Great.
which is gonna be great, and yeah. it
Yeah.
will be the kickoff of the new show, actually, of the Green Show. And
So
I don't
great.
know if you saw it, but I was like, I was working on some stage decoration,
Oh, I didn't see
like
that.
like
No.
some flowers. If you watch like the new video from Let It All Out, there you see the flowers, and
Okay.
they will
Yeah.
actually be on stage. And I was working my ass off
But
to
it's
create these flowers,
well,
and
you. I
they
mean,
will like
you.
be with lights and stuff. So yeah, looking
I
forward
mean,
to that.
you're an artist in more than music. And you paint. Do you still paint and create in that way?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when I have the time, I love to do
Okay.
that. Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what is that? How can you possibly have any extra time? You're so busy. Uh, yeah, no, it's wonderful what you do. Like I said, what you do with color and your art, and the way you present yourself is just it's a full package. Is it and
Yes.
the music just so beautiful with the art. Yeah, I can't wait to see the the stage production and hear what you're doing with that, all of that. It's just I look so forward to it. Where can people order the record, to get the tour dates? Your websites still, is it I know last time I looked it was a little outdated. Are is that still a place to find out the latest for you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when it comes to the dates,
Yeah.
there is always like there's always updated on the website, and
Okay.
it's also best to look there actually, because some people look on Spotify, for example, and there's
Mm, yeah.
they do some weird stuff with with the
Yeah.
dates sometimes.
Yeah.
So go to the website, and you can actually pre-order the album, and I would love to have you pre-order my album actually, because
Yes.
we need the numbers, we need the pre-sales, and I can send you the link via, or just go to my social media, because I'm spamming like
Okay.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
links
Yeah.
everywhere. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'll
yeah,
put links right down
yeah,
here in the description.
awesome,
Everybody can
awesome,
click them and pre-order
great.
and know
And
all
we have
things.
CD, we have vinyl again, because the other two albums are sold out for a long time now. So we have new vinyl, and of course it will be green.
It is
And
really green too.
yeah, really
Yeah.
green. Yeah.
It's
And we have
cool.
a really cool fan box with the light, with the colorful light in it. So yeah.
So cool. So
I
cool.
haven't I don't have it here already. So I didn't
Okay.
even see it so far.
Wow. I'm sure it's,
I'm looking forward to unpack the yeah, the
yeah,
all the
yeah.
stuff.
Man, so great. It is great to have you back. Please come again. Next time you're coming to North America, yeah, yeah. Give us the whole lowdown. We'd love to have you back here
Yes,
for
yes, I love to
sure.
come back too.
Fantastic. I appreciate you, Seraina. Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, all the links below. Check it out, and we'll look for the tour.
Awesome.
Fantastic. All right. Take care. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.